Alright folks, welcome to third and final mystery beer of the Mersey beer mystery beer special. Didn't call it in the last two videos, so I don't know why I've given it a name now. But yeah, this is the last one of the batch of three, kindly given to me by the legend that is Mersey Beers. First one, okay, did alright. Second one, third one, let's see if I can redeem myself. So yeah, as always, wonderful packaging job. And a little bit of a lighting issue because two of the light bulbs have just gone at the same time. So let's see what we get with this one. Is this going to be like the Joker of the group or the trump card? We shall see, shan't we? That second beer that I had was just fundamentally not good. The first one, which was, I'm not going to say it just in case you've not watched them yet, because I'm actually getting videos uploaded somewhat regularly again. Anyway, beer in the glass then, and it's a little bit lager-like, although for some reason getting a lot of like sparkling wine, but with a frothy head vibe. Yeah, it's got like the colour of like a white wine. Don't start putting those ideas in your head. But yeah, on first glance, could be a sour beer, could be a lager. Let's see what we get on the nose. There's definitely a fruitiness there. But then like a nice, sweet, subtle, biscuity malt character. But it's more like fruity, fermented notes. Interesting. Maybe very subtly hoppy. That's what's giving it its fruitiness. No, it's definitely got a sourness there. You really get it the more you whiff. Interesting. Very, very interesting. My mind's going in multiple directions so far. Don't know what's happening to this fringe. It's like a bridge. You can cross my fringe anytime. It sounds like the shittest pickup line. Anyway, let's just give it a taste, see if we get a better idea. Cheers. Dude, I've just got no idea. There's an aftertaste to it which I can't put my finger on. Finishes a little bit dry. Aside from that, there's really not much to it. Flavour-wise, don't know why I'm whispering. It's pleasant enough, but is it like an alcohol-free lager? Is it a spritz of some sort? Because I've got it in my head. There's like a grapey. That's a very unfortunate word to use, isn't it? Grape. It's code for something, especially in specific corners of YouTube. There's a sweetness there that I just can't pinpoint what it could be. Light-bodied, bit bitter on the back end. I think it's a lager of some sort. I'm going to say the ABV is quite low. It's almost giving me that you know, that flavour you get from like a very generic alcohol-free beer. That flavour of misery and missing something. Fair play to anyone who actually did dry January and wasted money on alcohol-free beer, because your options are getting better. But yeah, I don't really want to pay craft prices for a good alcohol-free beer. Although Guinness alcohol-free is, to me, pretty much just as good as a regular Guinness and regular Guinness. There's a fruitiness there which is telling me it's not a lager. Don't think it's like a sour beer. I'm just going to go for it. It's a really low, like 0.5 or alcohol, like actual alcohol-free lager. And I'm going to take a punt. Is it Lucky Saint or are they just in bottle? I think they're just in bottles, aren't they? So it's not Lucky Saint. I'm just going to tell you straight away, as soon as this review's finished, it's being poured away and I'm actually having a proper beer. When I say that, I'm not disrespecting Adam because he knows exactly what he's doing. Maybe in the order I've drank them has probably played a part, but I have no fucking idea what this is. Even if it is beer. It's not wine. It's definitely not wine. Let me just have a bit of vape so I get a little bit of flavour in my mouth. Flavour in your ear. I couldn't even begin to have a hazard a guess at what brewery that is. I'm just going to say it's an alcohol-free lager because it's just got something about it. And I know for a fact that this will be the worst guess of the 3 recent mystery beers. So, you know, I'm resigning to your abuse. I'm fully accepting it as well. And I'm just using the first thumbnail that I made for the first one for all of these mystery beers. Anyway, let's get that top bit unravelled just so we can at least make a start on peeling it properly. And yeah, eyes closed. Does it have a wrap on it? It does. Hopefully you can see that in shot as it's being revealed. Beer monster again, just like the very generic lager. Yeah. Do you know what? I got it wrong. I'll fully admit that. But there is... I'm just picking up paper off the floor. There's no way that's a pale ale. And if it is... oof, it's a very poor, very, very poor attempt. It's not even like pushing golden ale sort of levels. 4% ABV. Yeah, to me that might as well be a low ABV lager. Obviously now I know the hoppiness is coming up on the back end, but it's not hoppy by any stretch. Yeah, I've got it wrong, but to be honest, to me, that's not a good beer. That's not an enjoyable beer. I would not enjoy drinking a 4-pack of that. There's an aftertaste to it, which I'm not liking at all. Very reminiscent of the aftertaste you get with some alcohol-free beers. Pour that away. I think I said this in the other one. And I said at the start of this video, I'm not going to tell you what the other 2 beers were. And I've just told you. So if you've not watched the other mystery beers, surprise. Surprise, surprise. She can get to fuck as well. I mean, she can't because she's dead, but you know what I mean. Anyway, yeah. Adam, you've done me good. You've done me proud. That's what I want. I've been trolled a little bit with this. But you know what? You've got to, if you're doing reviews, sometimes you need to try stuff like that. So thank God I've got a really nice stout and a nice barley wine left in my beer fridge to rinse out the disappointment and shame that beer has brought to. Again, I feel like a dickhead saying stuff like that because I don't want to kick a brewery down or anything like that. Sometimes it's justified, especially when specific people within that brewery are knobheads themselves. But yeah, It's like your classic Gen Z service worker. Just completely lacking in character. Anyway, and I know that's not going to offend anyone because the only people who watch my channel are middle-aged men, so... Oh, Tommy Robinson. No, not Tommy Robinson. Well, that's lowered the tone, hasn't it? I'm going to offend people who are like so pathetic that they get offended by just the name of someone, but also I might offend the people who are big supporters of Tommy Robinson. The one thing I will say about Tommy Robinson is his ideals, for the most, well, for a lot part, for a lot part sounds even less than for the most part, I fundamentally disagree with. But do you know what? At least he actually talks to interesting people that I can also disagree with 9 times out of 10. How have we got to that point, right? As someone who, I'm probably more liberal standing because I'm all about the arts and about inclusivity and people being able to do what they want to do and live the lives they want to live, as long as it doesn't hurt anyone. I don't like big government. I like independence. But at the same time, I don't like crybabies and I don't like being told what I can and can't say, blah, 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 blah. But what is it? How have we got to this point now where people on the far right, as someone who's central, are actually getting more tolerable? How is that happening? How is that happening? Really? Do you know what I mean? Yeah, it's just... Anyway. I think I better go now. Bye.